Alrighty, so I have a lot of videos in the pipeline, and one of these videos in particular that I'm recording now is my trailer reaction slash breakdown to the new Devil May Cry Netflix anime trailer, animation, cartoon, whatever you want to call it. I just want to give my impression because I have been following this since its inception, and I kind of want to keep the trend going and see what my particular thoughts are and what I have to add to the table for this. So we're going to put this in theater mode. We're going to go to the beginning and we're going to be like, let's rock, baby. Let's see if this trailer is any good.
This, gentleman, is your primary objective. He's a top-level threat. Engage him.
Well, at least they know Dante's like, upper echelon. These are the same soldiers that were hunting him in the previous trailer. I forgot to call that Agni and Rundra were like on top of the cars, and I didn't notice at first. But it seems like these popular and iconic demons from the game and some of the lore franchise are all over the place in this citywide chaos.
With the full brunt of your firepower.
I work better with music.
Oh, that's a nice little nod to the jukebox that Dante kind of destroyed in his own office. So it seems like in this one, yeah, he's probably a bit younger. It's kind of hard to figure what the timeline placement is. A lot of people are trying to place it somewhere. Maybe it's going to be before DMC3, or it's going to be a little bit after DMC3. Maybe he fixes this machine. But I think this is its own separate continuity, and it's probably going to try to bleed some things in and make a little timeline. I know Adi Shankar likes to talk about, oh, this is the Adi Shankar connected universe, and at first they were talking about, is DMC going to be connected into Castlevania, which is a very crazy concept if they ever pull that off. I would love to see Dante slaying some vampires and other creatures from the Castlevania worlds, and maybe the Belmonts coming in and vice versa, but I don't know where they're going with this. I guess only time could tell when we see the show in April. But it is cool they are referencing the jukebox here.
Music.
Oh, fuck. I swear, Adi Shankar is like just the most boomer, new metal, early 2000s dude I have ever seen in my life with all this music. Like, we're going back to Papa Roach, seriously. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. This is like Papa Roach's last resort song, and I remember this was in Jet Li's The One. I swear it was a lot of Papa Roach music in that fucking song. I mean, in that fucking movie, and I love it dearly. I love this shit. People are like, oh god, they're using Papa Roach. Oh god, they're using Limp Bizkit, fucking Rolling, but this music calls to me as someone who grew up with early 2000s rock and everything like that. So I have no absolute problem with the musical choices whatsoever. Suffocation. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. It's really good stuff. I love this shit. Let's go back and see if we missed anything though. So there's the portal opening up from, the earth. Demons are coming in, pouring in through that, which I assume is the Fox Hell Gates that is causing all the demons to drop in on Earth.
Here we stand.
And that is the bunny enemy that I was talking about that spawned from the manga. He's a manga character. I don't know too much about him, but I know he's coming in from that, which I'm glad and I appreciate that they actually remember characters from some of the DMC manga or supplemental material.
The threshold of a new age.
Oh, that sword is cool. I love that shit. That's amazing. I don't know. Is that Force Edge? I can't tell, but that's fucking cool.
Age. The age of the demon.
It seems like he's trying to... Is he trying to piece together the amulet from Dante and Virgil and put them together? Is he gonna kind of be like somewhat of an antagonistic Arkham? Maybe, just maybe.
Age of the demon.
And then you have the demons here. I know this chick. I can't recall her name for the life of me. I know she was fodder in DMC4, the plants enemy lady that you beat up. And then yeah, there's Agni and Rundra right there, front and center. This demon up here, Adi said that. Wait, is that the Calaver boss enemy, the bike dude that you fight in DMC5? And then there's this guy, which is reminiscent of the electric bats in DMC1. It's crazy. They have quite the lineup here, in my personal opinion.
My army is about to descend on this city, causing unimaginable death. Unless Dante...
Holy shit, one thing I like to say is the animation is very crisp and fast-paced and bloody and gory as well. Which is, I want nothing less from Devil May Cry, dude, honestly.
My army is about to descend on this
Look at
city,
this.
causing
This
unimaginable
man just going to town, people blasting apart. These humans, like, are nothing to these demons.
death. Unless Dante comes to meet us first.
Me against an entire army. Sounds easy enough. Let's dance.
Okay, so before Dante dashes into battle and says, "Let's dance," there's some corpses behind him. That's not a corpse, that's a woman that's still alive. So it seems like Lady is incapacitated in this scene and he's trying to protect her. So that's interesting going from that angle.
Let's dance.
Tell me I'm fine. The animation's so boss, man. I don't know. Twitter fucking hates the show, and it's not even out yet. But I mean, to me, it looks very fun and entertaining. It looks like it's gonna be a fun, stupid romp, really.
Yeah, damn, he's cool.
Absolutely. So yeah, he's using the fucking motorcycle in battle just like Devil May Cry 5, which is awesome. It looks like a regular bike though. I don't think it's the demon bike that he gets, but the fact that he still uses it. I mean, he did kind of use a bike in Devil May Cry 3, and then he held it like some nunchucks before it exploded, and he beat some demons down before he was coming down the ascending tower or whatever. That shit was fucking cool. I love that shit so much.
Yeah, damn, he's cool.
Bam! And here's him fighting Agni and Rundra with his fist too. He's like, oh, I don't need no sword here. I'm just gonna go ahead and straight box. I'm gonna straight box these bitches.
Damn, he's cool.
Boom, boom. It's just so awesome to look at. I love it. I'm entertained by this. We saw the airplane sort of explode, which is awfully convenient when it comes to realistic times. It's crazy. The planes flying out of the sky, like what's, I don't know what the deal is with that. That's absolutely insane. But here's Dante just cruising through. Yeah, definitely rest in peace to the people involved in those situations. But again, here's Dante sort of just having his joyride. And here's Lady as a cop. So I don't know, it looks like she's part of a special task force, which is definitely different from the other lore of, like, in the original DMC3, she was just like someone who wanted revenge on her father, Arkham. Whereas this one, I don't know, the task force thing, some people said they did not like it, because they figured, oh, Lady's not getting her original costume back, but she is, because Adi Shankar did indeed say the characters and their outfits will evolve over time, so you're gonna see Lady don her particular, like, you know, white jacket and sort of the black chap pants or whatever. You're gonna see that in the series, so she's not gonna be part of this task force for long. If anything, what I'm speculating is all these guys are dead meat. They're dead meat. It's easy to say. It's like the channel dead meat. They're dead meat because when you go back and you see this part, it's just a bunch of strewn out bodies, ladies like on the ground bleeding. I think this bunny guy took all of them out. I'm just gonna assume that right here now. Oh yeah, the plant lady's name. Her name just creeped up in the back of my head. Her name is Echidna. Yeah, so it's Echidna versus Lady, and this looks smooth as hell, bro. It looks like there's something on Lady's, like on the soles of her feet, with the shoes. Maybe is that like some sort of propulsion system that's like giving her extra agility? I don't know. But you can see it's glowing right there. It's kind of weird. I like it though.
I know better.
So you see Lady trying to help a cop in need. You see Dante. That was a established shot from the teaser. You'll see it soon. Not that one. This one, where Dante's like flipping and shooting with the 9mm.
I know better than to trust the demon.
So she still has those virtues of I don't really trust you, I don't really know you, I don't really like demons. Maybe it could lead to Arkham in a different way, of course, which I totally don't mind seeing that.
I know better than to trust the demon.
And here's Dante with like some new apparel. It seems to be kind of reminiscent of, I want to say, DMC5 Dante without the jacket. Because he kind of wears like a gray shirt in that, right?
Death and destruction is the core of your nature.
I know all.
Yeah, there it is. It's like a propulsion system of a boost almost in the back of her like heels. That's pretty interesting. She never had those before, so this is totally new to the show.
I know all about demons' nature. I'm not one of them.
They had a little bit of a gunfight in midair, which is pretty cool.
I'm not one of them.
What the fuck? she taking off Dante's clothes. She trying to disrobe this man. What's going on? And there it is with the horny eyes. Or maybe it's like she wounds Dante heavily. What I'm assuming this scene conveys is that she wounds Dante heavily. She sees the gunfire go through his clothes, and then because of that, he has a healing factor, which she is probably unaware of, or maybe she thinks at first he's like a routine, ordinary human. Takes the shirt off, sees that he's healed, therefore this is shocking because he's a half demon. He looks human, right? Usually in her case, she's probably seen like demons that look ugly, disgusting, their outward appearance is still mortifying, whereas him, he looks like a regular person. So she's probably learning for the first time he is a half demon.
Ripped in
And then of course, in Dante fashion, this motherfucker makes like some sarcasm. He sort of makes a mockery out of the situation, thinking that she's attracted, you know, turned on, whatever you want to call it. He just does that shit, and it's classic patented Dante right there.
Ripped in irresistible dreamboat, I know.
Ripped an irresistible dreamboat, I know.
Dreamboat, I know. You still can't just tear a guy's clothes off.
And then she just decides to return the favor of his mockery and, you know, all this other stuff, and making jokes about it by kicking him in the face. No flirting today. Just take full-on propulsion, heel to the face. Oh, round trip? Let's go.
World's reckoning is already in motion.
Dante block. This just looks so fun and dumb, and I wouldn't have DMC any other way. Feelings don't like fire there. What demon is that? This looks like a straight up abomination. A kaiju upon epic proportions. Maybe that's his final form. Oh, look, it's his final form. Hey, check it out. He's got wings. So, is that metal? I do not know. Hold on, people. Okay, I had to call for a second. I am back. Yeah, that is a living abomination.
You can do is ease its passing.
It seems like it's so much shit going on in these action shots. This is a demon coming out of one of the hell gates. Dante going over Echidna right here. See, yeah, Mundus. Oh fuck, Mundus. So you can see Mundus in this. You saw him in the actual intro that they show with Limp Bizkit and Rolling.
Dante, leaving.
All right, this is the main attraction. You know who this is. You know what's coming. I'm just gonna let it play.
Leaving so soon? We have much to catch up on, brother.
And that was the trailer. Obviously.
We have much to catch up on, brother.
This is Dante's twin brother, Virgil. Virgil is the calm and collected and meticulous type. He is the polar opposite of Dante, where Dante's like wild and reckless, and he goes around being aloof and having fun. Virgil is very serious in nature. He wants to obtain power for his own personal gain. The whole thing with Eva and Dante, and he believes that his mother went to shield Dante, save him, and didn't give a fuck about him. So there is some familial bonds there involving the death of their mother, and in order to get stronger, because Virgil was actually attacked by some of these demons, and that's how he unlocked Devil Trigger early. Essentially, what it means is that he is more of a callous person in nature. He will kill. He will do anything to achieve his goal in terms of power. A very interesting character, just like Dante is. And that dynamic being exhibited in the show is very interesting, and I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully he's like a series regular, as well as Dante, and the story really peaks up. Because one of my criticisms of the old DMC anime is that it wasn't any Virgil or anything like that, so I'm glad to see more interconnected tissue from the franchise with these characters. This bar being destroyed was a bar that was destroyed in the previous teaser in the trailer. So it seems like Virgil obviously knows what's going on. He walks in here at the last minute when everything's like burning down. Dante saved everybody at this bar, and it's a shock, it's a surprise, and you see him wielding the amulet, the other side of the amulet, which I think the money guy is trying to get his hands on, maybe weaken Dante or Virgil, just like Arkham did in DMC3, where the only way he could take that amulet away from both of them is weaken the fuck out of them, manipulate them, and get them to fight in order to, you know, swoop in and beat them up. Let's talk about the voice. So,
Brother. We have much to catch up on, brother.
it seems like this was once again a matter of recasting. We all know that Ruby Langdon is not Dante, it's Johnny Young Bosch, and Virgil is not Dan Southworth. This time around, it is someone called Robbie Draymond. Now, I never heard of Robbie Draymond. Kill me now, shoot me now. But I have never heard of this guy. I never heard of what he worked on. Maybe it behooves me to do a Google search, which I will on my phone, because, you know, that leads to more education and acknowledgement. But in my personal opinion, he's okay. It's not the worst voice in the world. It's definitely something that may grow on me as time goes on, just like everything else. But there is a part of me deep down inside that misses Dan Southworth. I'm sorry, I just feel that way. Dan Southworth, to me, in my personal opinion, is the definitive voice actor of Virgil. It's no contest. I'm always gonna like Dan Southworth, but hopefully this new guy, did I say Robbie Damon, just making sure I got that right, because again, I'm unfamiliar of this guy. First time I'm hearing of him. Uh, let's see. Let's go down the list. Let's look at his filmography real quick. So he's in Sailor Moon. He was in Naruto Shippuden as a character called Musai. Yukai, characters I probably am unfamiliar with. He was in JoJo Bizarre Adventure, so he is a voice actor with a lot of cool credits to his name. Marvel Future Avengers, he was Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Going down the list, he's Baki. Is he Baki? No, he was just in Baki itself, but he was another character. That's cool as well. Shit, man. He was in Persona as Goro Akechi. Hopefully I said that right. Boruto. He's in a lot of anime stuff. Attack on Titan as Grease. So yes, he has a lot to his name in terms of roles and a large presence in the anime realm, um, which is fucking awesome. I'm glad they got someone established that could actually try their best to maybe do something a little bit different. But I'm always gonna miss Dan. I'm sorry. I just feel like Dan is just Virgil to me, and nothing will ever change. But maybe the show could do something unique and entertaining with another voice actor sort of trying to do their own thing and respect the material that was left by previous actors, which is cool in my opinion. So I can't wait to see how this turns out. Yeah, this guy was Spider-Man quite a few times actually, which is fucking cool. I like that. He seems to have a very cool resume after looking through some of it, at least skimming through some of it, because I was just doing this out of curiosity's sake for the video. But yeah, so far it sounds fine. It sounds okay. I'm not gonna shit on it. I don't think it's worthy of being shat on. I'm gonna give it a fair shake until I hear more of the voice, but it just sounds alright in my personal opinion. Hopefully in those scenes where he's more cold, callous, and menacing, as well as opening up the fact that yes, Virgil is trying to reject humanity, but also he's doing this for a reason. He has his own agenda and goals. When that fully comes out in the voice acting and the show itself, then I hope they can capture and maybe sort of have us sympathize with what's going on, because he's not all dark, just cutting people in half for no reason. He wants to protect what he lost before, or be strong to protect these things in the future, and the only way to do that is to embrace the demonic side, because he wasn't strong enough to save his mother. Very interesting dynamic going on there, definitely, for people tuning in and not even being familiar with DMC. And hopefully the show kind of conveys that on a baseline level and shows that, and then builds on it more and more and more as we go on between seasons. But what did you guys think about this official trailer? I thought it was fucking awesome, man. I thought it was cool. I have uh slight issues with certain things, um with how like Virgil is just not as, it doesn't sound as great as Dan. Some people were saying that they felt like the humor is not really catching on, but I think it needs more work. Dante is a goofball in a sense, and I think they need to convey more of that a little bit better than what they have been showing. But I don't have a problem with everything so far compared to other people. The action is pretty much on point, the animation's on point, and I like the music choices. So I will indeed be tuning in on this when it comes out in April for sure. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section, and I'm signing out for real this time. See you guys next time. Later.